Hello and welcome. The past few weeks, things have been quite hectic around here. Had a lot of projects in and around the house and in the garage as well, and I haven't had much time to edit any content. The most time-consuming of all these projects was here in the garage. I finally put down an epoxy coat on the garage floor. And after doing plenty of research as far as what type of epoxy I was going to use, I determined that the big box store-bought brands were not going to be adequate. I have a neighbor who his 2-car garage required two 2.5-car garage kits. And it also, after 6 to 8 months, started to peel in certain areas. I had a couple of friends who also used similar epoxy kits, and they didn't get the best results. I went with a company that's based locally here in Michigan, and they have done numerous factories, warehouses, dealerships, and the product is called Performance Epoxy-Coat. It comes as a 2-part system, 100% solids, and you can get all of the equipment needed for the project itself. You can look them up online. They also sell on eBay. As a matter of fact, that's where I bought the kit from. And they have various levels. If you want the spiked shoes or not, I would get them. I didn't, and I regretted it, but it was too late. Having the spiked shoes or the spikes that you attach to the bottom of your shoes will make life a lot easier. That way you can get back onto sections that you have finished and make any corrections that you need to. I didn't have them, and my brothers were helping me out, and we made one small mistake and I was unable to correct it. It's not a big one. I'll show you guys in a minute. But what I'd like to say is that this kit or this product is far superior to any of the other epoxy coating systems that I'm aware of. I've got a couple neighbors who have used the stuff they bought from the local stores, and it didn't last very long. It immediately started picking up from hot tires, flaking in certain areas, and it went on very thin. This stuff is rated at, I believe it's 9.7 millimeters when spread over 500 square foot. Now, I was only doing 370 square foot, so I had 26% more product than I needed. However, my concrete is terrible. I used 3 boxes, and in each box were 6 tubes of the concrete filler, and filled up as much as I could of the imperfections and the holes that were in the floor, and still there were plenty. So it filled in a lot of those holes, and it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than what it was. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you properly prepare the concrete.
As you can see from these pictures here, the concrete was in pretty bad shape. Even with filling in lots of the cracks and most of the deep holes, there were still tens, if not hundreds, of imperfections. Here's a picture when we completed one half and the other half was still to go. As you can see, it was quite the challenge with such poor concrete. Here you have a picture of the first half completed with all the flakes or chips. And here is a picture of both sides, one with and one without, so you can see what a huge difference those flakes or chips make.
Unfortunately, I didn't record all of the procedure as far as pouring it down and all the prep work, as it took a long time, and most of it I was by myself, and it was quite tedious, and there was excessive profanities. So as far as the product goes, I would highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for an epoxy coat system. Here is my garage floor after I have completed. If you see right about there, there's a line that goes across where you can kind of tell the chips ended. What happened was some of the flakes were down and my brother was helping me with the roller and he rolled over some of the chips in this area here. And because I didn't have the spikes, I couldn't reach and put some more flakes in that area. So that's why I advise you go ahead and spend the $25 so you can get those. Also, I would say it'd be wise to do the clear coat on top. I did not. I didn't think I wanted it, and then after I started doing it, I realized I should, but it was too late by then. As you can see, there's still plenty of imperfections. You can see them everywhere. That's because the concrete was absolutely terrible. However, compared to what it was, it is beautiful. See, you can see those imperfections all in the area here and here. I only went as far as the garage door, and I only went as far as where all my workbenches are. I didn't want to have to remove everything. It would have been way too much work. This whole job took me approximately 2.5 weeks between prep work, degreasing, cleaning, etching, and then any concrete repair that I could do. And then it took one day, a few hours during the day, to lay down the epoxy. And as you can see, put lots of chips. That way it looks a little bit better than it would have. But definitely a good investment. In closing, I would like to say that I definitely would recommend you look into this product. It is a little bit more expensive than some of the other products available. However, you're getting a higher quality. It's 100% solids, and with all the time involved with the prep work, if you're going to do it properly, I would definitely recommend spending a little bit more to get a product that's going to last longer. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time.